Have you ever heard of a miracle that defied logic, witnessed by an entire community, yet remained a mystery for centuries? Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing the moon split in two, with a clear gap between the pieces. It may sound impossible, but this event was recorded in history more than 1400 years ago, during the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For centuries, people debated whether it truly happened. Was it a divine miracle, or just a myth? But now, modern science has uncovered something astonishing. NASA scientists have found evidence that might align with this ancient event. Could this be the proof that many have been waiting for? Could the words of the Quran, revealed so long ago, be connected to discoveries made in space today? Stay with us till the end, because what you're about to hear might change the way you see the universe forever. Let's go back in time, to the 7th century, in the sacred city of Mecca. During this time, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was spreading the message of Islam. But not everyone accepted his call. The Quraysh, the powerful tribe of Mecca, doubted him. One night, a group of them came to him with a challenge. They said, "If you truly are a prophet, show us a miracle." And then, something extraordinary happened. By the command of Allah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam pointed to the moon, and suddenly, the moon split into two separate pieces. Each half was seen on either side of the sky. It was not just one person who saw it, nor was it a dream or illusion. Many eyewitnesses, including both believers and non-believers, saw the moon split with their own eyes. But despite witnessing this miracle, the Quraysh still rejected it. Instead of believing, they accused the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam of performing magic. However, magic is an illusion. It can deceive the eyes but cannot change the laws of nature. This was not an illusion. This was something beyond human capability. This event was so significant that it was recorded in the Holy Quran itself. In Surah Al-Qamar 54:1-2, Allah says, "The hour has drawn near and the moon has split. وَإِنْ يَرَوْا آيَةً يُعْرِضُوا وَيَقُولُوا سِحْرٌ مُسْتَمِرٌ." The hour has come near and the moon has split. Yet if they see a sign, they turn away and say, "This is magic." This verse does not just describe an event, it also serves as a warning. The splitting of the moon was a sign, and yet people still refuse to believe. But what if science today confirms that something did happen to the moon in the past? What did NASA discover? Fast forward to modern times. Humanity has advanced in ways that were unimaginable centuries ago. With powerful telescopes and spacecraft, scientists have been able to study the moon like never before. And what they found is truly astonishing. NASA has discovered strange cracks and ridges on the surface of the moon. These formations, known as lunar rilles, stretch for hundreds of kilometers. Some of these rilles are unlike anything seen on Earth. Scientists are puzzled by their shape and formation. What caused these deep, long scars on the moon's surface? Could it be evidence that the moon was once split apart and then fused back together? NASA scientists have proposed different theories. Some believe that volcanic activity caused these cracks. Others suggest that they could be the result of tectonic forces, where the moon's crust was pulled apart due to internal pressures. But none of these theories fully explain the specific nature of these cracks. The way these ridges appear, stretching across the moon as if it was once divided, remains a mystery. Even Dr. David Morrison, a senior NASA scientist, admitted that these formations are unique. No other planet or moon in our solar system has cracks quite like this. Could this be a sign that supports the miracle recorded in the Quran? Some skeptics argue that these cracks could have formed naturally over millions of years. They say that the moon has gone through asteroid impacts, volcanic eruptions, and tectonic movements that might have caused such formations. But there's a major problem with this explanation. If the lunar rilles were simply caused by natural forces, why did they appear so perfectly aligned, as if the moon was once broken apart and then put back together? If it was only volcanic activity, why don't we see similar cracks on other moons or planets in our solar system? And here's another interesting point. Scientists believe that these formations have existed for a long time. Could it be that they date back to the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? While science tries to find an explanation, the words of the Quran remain unchanged. The moon split. It was seen by the people of Mecca, and today, we see signs of it on the moon's surface. What makes this event even more fascinating is that it wasn't just the people of Mecca who saw it. There are reports that travelers from India and China also witnessed an unusual event involving the moon around the same time. Some historical records from Indian manuscripts describe a strange celestial event in which the moon appeared to be divided. Could this mean that the splitting of the moon was visible in different parts of the world? If so, this further supports the authenticity of the miracle and proves that it was not an illusion or local event, but a global phenomenon. Now let's pause and think for a moment. Over 1400 years ago, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam performed a miracle, one that was witnessed by many and later recorded in the Quran. Today, science is uncovering evidence that aligns with this event. What does this mean for us? It means that faith and knowledge go hand in hand. It means that the Quran is not just a religious book. It contains divine truths that are being confirmed even today. But most importantly, it reminds us of the power of Allah. If Allah can split the moon, then surely He can guide us, help us, and change our lives in ways we cannot imagine. Dear viewers, this is not just a story from the past. It is a sign, a reminder that the truth of Islam remains unshaken. The question is, will we recognize these signs, or will we turn away, just like the Quraysh did? As we continue this incredible journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the significance of what we've uncovered so far. The splitting of the moon was witnessed by the people of Mecca, recorded in the Quran, and now, modern scientific discoveries seem to align with this event. But there's even more to explore. What if we told you that the moon itself holds more secrets? Secrets that point directly toward the truth of Islam? Could there be other signs on the lunar surface that validate the miracle of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Let's dive deeper into the mysteries of the moon and what they reveal. NASA's explorations of the moon have led to many puzzling discoveries. While lunar rilles are one of the most striking features, scientists have also observed other odd surface patterns that do not have a clear explanation. One such mystery is the seismic activity on the moon. Even though the moon is not geologically active like Earth, NASA's lunar missions have detected moonquakes. These tremors suggest that something beneath the moon's surface is shifting and moving, which is highly unusual for a celestial body like the moon. Could this activity be a result of a past cataclysmic event, one that may have included the splitting and rejoining of the moon? Even more intriguing, scientists have discovered that the moon's two halves are not perfectly symmetrical. This means that if the moon was once split, the two parts may have rejoined with slight differences, a phenomenon consistent with the idea that it was once separated and then brought back together by divine command. These are questions that modern science still struggles to answer. Could ancient civilizations have recorded this event? We've already discussed how travelers from India and China may have witnessed the moon splitting. But there are even more historical clues that suggest this event was not just a localized miracle, but something seen around the world. Some ancient Indian texts describe an unusual lunar event that happened during the same time period as Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These texts mention a celestial disturbance where the moon appeared to be divided. Similarly, some ancient Chinese records speak of anomalies in the moon's movement, though they do not explicitly describe the moon splitting. What does this mean? It means that the miracle of the moon splitting may have been visible beyond the Arabian Peninsula. It was not an illusion or an act of trickery. It was a real, cosmic event that left a mark on history. One of the most fascinating aspects of modern science is that it continues to confirm what was written in the Quran 1400 years ago. For example, for many centuries, people believed that the moon emitted its own light. But the Quran had already revealed that the moon only reflects light from the sun. وَجَعَلَ الْقَمَرَ فِيهِنَّ نُورًا وَجَعَلَ لَشَمْسَ سِرَاجًا, and we placed therein a shining lamp and a moon giving light. Surah Nuh 71:16. This knowledge was not discovered by scientists until the 17th century, but it had already been revealed in the Quran. Similarly, the concept of the universe expanding, a fundamental idea in modern cosmology, was also mentioned in the Quran. وَلَا السَّمَاءَ بَنَيْنَهَا بِأَيِّدٍ وَإِنَّا لَمُوسِعُونَ. And we have built the heavens with might, and indeed, we are expanding it. Surah Al-Dhariyat 51:47. These verses show us that divine knowledge surpasses human understanding. What is being discovered by scientists today was already written in the Quran, preserved for eternity. If the Quran has been correct about so many scientific facts, couldn't it also be correct about the splitting of the moon? Despite all this evidence, some people will still reject the truth. Just like the Quraysh did when they saw the moon split, many today will try to explain away the signs of Allah. But Allah reminds us in the Quran, we will show them our signs in the horizons and within themselves until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth. Surah Fussilat 41:53. Every discovery, every piece of knowledge, and every scientific breakthrough is a sign for those who seek the truth. So, if you are someone who doubts, we invite you to reflect. Could all of this just be a coincidence? Or is it proof that Islam is the ultimate truth, confirmed by both history and science? The miracle of the moon splitting is more than just a historical event. It is a lesson in faith. The Quraysh saw the truth with their own eyes, but they still refused to believe. Their arrogance and stubbornness blinded them. But today, we have the opportunity to see the truth through knowledge, reason, and faith. We don't need to witness a miracle with our own eyes, because the evidence is already in front of us. The real question is, will we recognize it? Or will we, like the Quraysh, ignore the signs and turn away? As we conclude this incredible journey, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. The moon splitting was witnessed by many and recorded in the Quran. NASA's discoveries on the moon's surface align with the possibility of a past splitting event. Ancient records from India and China suggest that people beyond Arabia may have witnessed this phenomenon. The Quran has consistently revealed scientific facts that were only discovered centuries later. Even today, science continues to confirm what the Quran has stated for over 1400 years. This is not just a story. It is a sign that Islam is the truth, a sign that the Quran is the word of Allah, a sign that we must open our hearts and minds to faith before it's too late. Allah has given us signs in the sky, in the earth, and within ourselves. It is up to us whether we choose to believe or ignore them. So, dear viewers, the choice is yours. Will you take this as a reminder and a lesson, or will you turn away like those who rejected the truth in the past? Think about it, reflect on it, and choose wisely. Join the conversation. We would love to hear your thoughts on this incredible topic. Do you believe NASA's findings support the moon-splitting miracle? What do you think about the connection between science and Islam? Have you ever had a moment where you realized that the Quran holds timeless wisdom? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this video has opened your eyes to new knowledge, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. May Allah bless you all with knowledge, wisdom, and strong faith. Jazakallah khair, and we'll see you in the next video, inshallah.